What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you what I believe is the best and fastest method when it comes to grinding out these talent tokens in Anime Champion Simulator. Now in case you don't know already, you are going to be needing a bunch of them, especially when you are trying to set up an end game team in this game. So yeah, let's not waste any more time and jump right into this method. So to start things off, how exactly can you guys get talent tokens? Well, pretty much in the second world, aka the Pirate Town, you can find spirits hidden all around the map, which once you click them, they will drop talent tokens. Now obviously I know that it is kind of annoying when it comes to trying to find them and whatnot, since they seem to just spawn in every single corner and gap possible. But don't worry, I'm about to show you every single location in this world, so then that way you can completely maximize the efficiency when it comes to grinding them out. So to start things off, once you spawn in this world, the first location will be found right over here behind the tent. Now obviously they don't always spawn in the same location, which is why they have multiple of them and why it's so annoying to grind. But yeah, moving on to the second location, you can find the spirits potentially behind the greenhouse. In this case, it literally spawned, so thank you game. Moving on, the third location can be found right behind this Harbormeister between this house and the tree over here. Then the fourth location can be found right up these steps in the corner, or at least between the corner and the boxes, somewhere right here. Then the fifth location is like literally 2 seconds away behind the deck chairs between this tree, so over here. Then the next location right by these boxes in this corner, so right here. Then continuing to walk along the path, there are 2 locations right near each other, the first one being behind the tent, and then the next one being right by these deck chairs. And again, in this case, the spirit decided to spawn right over here, so thank you game for the free tokens. But anyways, moving on, the next location can be found right behind the tank where I'm standing. And then the last 2 locations can be found over here, right near the barrels, and then over here, right behind these boxes. But anyways, now that you know every single location in the pirate world, you might be asking, okay, I know all of the locations, do you just want me to quickly run all around the map till I eventually find the spirit? Well, yes and no, it's a bit more complicated than that. Pretty much what I mean is, in order to start off this method, which by the way is really broken, you want to start off by jumping on this wall. Now it doesn't matter whether you are on this part or that part, it won't make a difference. And you'll see why in just a second. So once you are on this wall and you've decided where you want to be set up, zoom out your camera as much as possible. And then once you've zoomed out the map, as you can see, you will be able to pretty much see the whole map, but that's not the point, since this is more or less going to be the starting point of walking along the map. So pretty much what I like to do is I like to look at the first 3 locations, being over here behind the green rock, by this tree, and then in the corner. And yeah, well in this case the spirit didn't spawn in any of these locations, so then the next thing that I do is I would turn this way, start moving this way, but then also checking this location, and that location. Then once again, if you don't see the spirit in any of these 3 locations, move all the way here just so then you can check behind the tank. And then again, if it's not there, walk along this way, so then you can check this location by the deck umbrellas, and then as well behind the tents. Now in this case it decided to spawn there, but before I collect it, let me basically say what you have to do in case it didn't spawn there. And pretty much what you want to do is walk along this way, check this location, and then check that location. And yeah, moving on back, pretty much let me just basically assume that I just found this. What you want to do is you click it, you collect the tokens, and immediately run back to the original starting point. Now this method is really good for many reasons. Number one being, since you can pretty much see all of the locations in the span of like 5 to 10 seconds, you can pretty much find the spirit almost immediately. And as well, since the spirit has like around a 5 to 6 second cooldown between spawns, which in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't instantly spawn. For example, if I was to collect it here, it won't immediately, for example, spawn there to take around 6 seconds to. But assuming that it spawned in the very last location that you check, all you have to do is run back. You have more than enough time before it spawns again, so then that's where you can set yourself up and then begin checking the first 3 locations. But don't worry, we're not done improving this method just yet. And what exactly do I mean by that? Well, the first thing that you want to try and do in order to improve this method is going to be upgrading your radius. Why do I say this? Well, for example, if I was to exit out quickly and put on my auto attack, you can see the whole circle in which I can pick up and attack things. So just as an example, there is a spirit right over there. Now I don't need to walk up right in front of it like this in order to click it. I can actually go all the way back here and I can still click it from here. And as well, in order to pick up the tokens that it drops, I don't need to walk right in front of it. I can just stay here, and as you can see, I picked them up from all the way over here. So you get the point. Pretty much it saves time from running all the way instead of, you know, just staying, for example, let's say it spawned over there. You can just stay here, click it, and then immediately run back, aka saving travel time. And again, we're not done improving just yet. If you do have mounts, for example, it doesn't really matter whether you have a hoverboard or a sage toad. Obviously, if you have a better one that is faster, that's obviously going to be much better, especially if you have the flying one, since obviously you don't have to worry about running into houses and whatnot. But yeah, with the mount, you can pretty much run towards the spirits that spawn even quicker. So again, saving time between reaching them, clicking them, and then getting back. And by doing that, you are absolutely maxing out the efficiency for finding them, clicking them, and getting back to the starting point. But anyways, now that I've pretty much explained the whole method, how many talent tokens can you make in an hour? Well, right now on your screens, you are going to be seeing me doing a little test run in order to see how many spirits I could get in 5 minutes. Now, I did decide that in this run, I wasn't going to be using any mounts or whatever, just to show you guys what the base minimum results would be like. And to be totally honest, I wasn't expecting to get that many tokens. However, the results were pretty surprising. What I mean by that is, after the 5-minute mark had passed, it turned out that I had found around 20 normal spirits, which means I had found around 60 talent tokens. Now, obviously 60 doesn't sound like a lot, but again, keep in mind, this is in a 5-minute time frame. So if we were to convert it over to how much I would get per hour if I had the exact same pace, the total would come out to 720 talent tokens in a single hour. And not only that, throughout the run, I did make quite a few mistakes. For example, leaving to check the locations too soon. So then that means the first locations which I had checked, obviously the spirit was there, but it hadn't spawned in yet. So you get the idea. With a bit of luck and practice, this method can range from anywhere between 750 to 1000 tokens per hour. Now, I hope that you found this guide useful, since it's definitely helping me out a bunch when it comes to grinding out these talent tokens. And if you have watched my previous videos on Anime Champions, you know that I'm really trying to get to the very end, you know, the final world with the best heroes and whatnot. But until then, that's gonna be it from me. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it and found it really helpful and you want to show your support, then why not go down below, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button. Because not only is it free to do, it will only take like 2 seconds out of your day. So yeah, if you could do me a favor and do all of those things, I'd really appreciate it. But apart from that, I'm gonna get back to grinding talent tokens, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.